Hi everyone, welcome to today's topic Catalan numbers. But before we begin, let's see what Catalan numbers are. Catalan numbers are denoted by capital Cn. They are defined as 1 upon n plus 1 into the binomial coefficient 2n n for all values of n greater than equal to 1. But when we take all values of n starting from 0, 1, 2, dash dash dash, then we define it as 2n factorial upon n factorial into n plus 1 factorial. We can also define it as 4n minus 2 upon n plus 1 into c of n minus 1 for all values of n greater than equal to 1, and in this case both c0 and c1 are 1. Let's see how these numbers came into being. It all started when Euler posed the problem in 1751 in how many ways the interior of an nth polygon can be partitioned into non-overlapping triangular areas using non-intersecting diagonals where n value is greater than equal to 3. This is called triangulation. Euler gave the formula an is equal to 2 into 6 into 10 dash 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 multiplied by 4n minus 10 upon n minus 1 factorial for all values of n greater than equal to 3. But if you take n is equal to k plus 3, you can start from the value 0. So for k greater than equal to 0 and where n is k plus 3, ak plus 3 becomes 2 into 6 into 10 dash 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 into 4k plus 2 upon k plus 2 factorial. The number of ways in which nth polygon can be triangulated can be found from the formula of Catalan numbers Cn. Let's try to understand triangulation. Now, you've already seen Cn is nothing but 2n factorial upon n factorial into n plus 1 factorial. If we take different values of n, let's see what our Cn comes out to be. So if we take n to be 0 and put n is equal to 0 in this formula, you can see C0 will be 1, and when we take n is equal to 1, we get C1 is equal to 1. Now, which means that if we take a triangle, then that is the only way in which triangulation can be done. So C1 comes out to be 1. If you take n is equal to 2, we get a square, and when we put n is equal to 2, we get Cn as 2. So you can see these are two different ways in which we can do the triangulations, and that divides my square into two triangles. So these are the two ways, and that's why Cn is equal to 2. Now let's take n to be 3. When n is equal to 3, you can see the formula gives us C3 is equal to 5, which means n is equal to 3 means we have a pentagon. And for a pentagon, we have 5 ways in which the triangulation can be done. You can see each one figure gives us one way, and you can see that there are two diagonals in each one of them. So this is how we do the triangulation. For n is equal to 4, we'll get a hexagon, and our C4 will be 14. That is, there will be 14 ways in which we can do the triangulation. So now if we write all the Catalan numbers, we get 1, 1, 2, 5, 14, 42, 132, 429. That is how all the Catalan numbers can be found. The Catalan numbers are named after the Belgian mathematician Eugen Charles Catalan. Now, he studied well-formed sequences of parentheses, and he showed that there are Cn ways of parenthesizing a non-associative product of n plus 1 factors. Now let us see. If we take only one factor a, then we have only one way of parenthesizing it, and that is a. So Cn is 1. If we take two factors a and b, then also there is just one way in which we can parenthesize the product ab. You can always do it as ab, but they both are same. So there is only one way. If you take three factors a, b, c, then there are only two ways in which the product can be parenthesized. First one is a into brackets bc, and the second way is first a and b are multiplied and then c is multiplied. So we have brackets ab into c. So there are two ways. Cn value is 2. If you take four factors a, b, c, d, then these are the 5 ways in which we can parenthesize. So we can always find the number of triangles which can form by the diagonals in any polygon, and the total number of diagonals, and the Cn value. So let's see. Total number of triangles is always n minus 2. the total number of diagonals needed for triangulation will be n minus 3, and the total number of distinct triangulations of nth polygon is nothing but c n minus 2 is equal to 1 upon n minus 1 into the coefficient, the binomial coefficient 2n minus 4, n minus 2 for n greater than equal to 3. Now remember guys, this term, the nth polygon, which we write as n gone, in short, it is used for all values of n greater than equal to 3. If we take n is equal to 5, we are talking about a pentagon. The total number of triangles which we will get is n minus 2, which is 3 if we take n to be 5. The total number of diagonals for triangulation will be n minus 3, which gives us 2. And the total number of triangulations will be c n minus 2, which we know from the formula will come out to be 5. So our C3 will be 5. And you have already seen earlier that in case of a pentagon, this is what we get. We get 3 triangles, we need only 2 diagonals, and our C3 value comes out to be 5. There are 5 ways in which triangulation can be done. You can see here. This is what we had done earlier. Now, Catalan numbers can always be found from the Pascal triangle. I've drawn the Pascal triangle here. As you already know that the central values are nothing but the binomial coefficient 2n here. So, if we draw the Pascal's triangle and when the central numbers, which are 2n are divided by n plus 1, we get the Catalan numbers. Take n is equal to 1, you get your binomial coefficient as 2. If you divide this 2 by n plus 1, that is 2, you get 1. If you take n is equal to 2, you will get the binomial coefficient 2n as 6, and when we divide this binomial coefficient by n plus 1, that is 2 plus 1, 3, we again get 2. So all the Catalan numbers can be found from the central values of the Pascal's triangle. Let's look at a recursive formula. This formula was given by Segner. Cn is equal to C naught Cn minus 1 plus C1 into C of n minus 2 plus dash 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 plus C of n minus 1 into C naught for all values of n greater than equal to 1. Now, Segner was the first one to show that there is a recursive relation between the Catalan numbers, and he did that at the same time as Euler. That's why these numbers are also known as Euler-Segner numbers. Another name which needs mention is of Megantu. He was a Mongolian mathematician who, in 1730, independently discovered Catalan numbers. He used them to express sine 2x and sine 4x in terms of sine of x. But as his work was in Chinese, it never reached the West. Few things to note. The only Catalan numbers which are prime are C2 and C3. The Catalan number Cn for all values of n greater than equal to 1 will be odd if and only if n is a Mersenne prime, and Catalan numbers are always positive, which you can see from the definition. Lastly, coming to the applications of Catalan numbers. There are so many applications of Catalan numbers that it is very difficult to cover all of them here. These days, they are being used mostly in combinatorics or in computer science. Let's look at some important uses, starting with geometry. In geometry, in triangulation problems of polygons and polyhedrons, in computer science, in parenthesis matching or multiplication ordering or counting balanced parentheses. There are so many uses. For example, number of valid ways to arrange n pairs of parentheses. In binary search trees, that is, for example, a number of distinct binary search trees that can be formed with n internal nodes. In Dyck paths, lattice paths, drawing mountains, for example, the number of paths along a grid from 0, 0 to n that do not cross the diagonal y is equal to x or which are all below the diagonal y is equal to x. For Dyck words, the number of Dyck words of length 2n which are balanced strings of n x's and n y's such that no prefix has more y's than X's, in combinatorics involving recursive structures, in game theory in analyzing certain combinatorial games, in computer graphics it's used for representing 3D surfaces as measures of triangles, in data structures for finite element analysis, in DNA sequencing for protecting confidential documents, in cryptography for encryption and decryption. They're also being used in quantum cryptography these days, in robotic motion planning, in geographic information system, in geodesy, in computational geometry for geometric modeling. They appear in Bertrand's ballot problem for pseudonumber generation, steganography, biometric identification process, face recognition, and not the least in many engineering fields. They're used in many other fields like medicine, banking, e-commerce, networks, information security. All that is being explored. Thank you for watching. Our next video will be on another type of number, so you have to wait for that. For detailed notes, practice problems and class lectures, you can visit my website www.profpritivajpayee.com.